Kurt, congratulations on the win. Can you just take us through the TikTok of when you knew you were going to have Alyssa playing, and then once this game started, when you knew you were going to have this Alyssa Thomas playing?
You know, the MRI result, Howard, was very encouraging. No new structural injury. Didn't mean that she wasn't in extreme amount of pain, and the trauma of the dislocation, obviously the muscles and the soreness, but she was able to go through shoot around today. Felt that we had a chance, but we needed to see how the rest of the day played out with a late game on how she was going to respond to a very light shoot around. Got here again, moving pretty well. And you could see that she wanted to go, and she's just a warrior. There's nothing else you can say. I mean, she just is competitive as a person as I've ever been around. And you're going to have to amputate that arm and shoulder before it's going to keep her out. She's going to be crazy sore, but she spearheaded the defense again tonight. Guarded a lot of different people, a lot of different actions, and certainly spearheaded what we needed to have accomplished.
And what did she say to you when it was time for her to go? When she said she was in, what was that conversation? What did she say?
Pretty much like Alyssa and I's relationship. She said, "I'm good." I'm like, "You're good," and we're like, "Let's go." That was about that. That's about the amount of words that were exchanged. That's all I needed to hear.
That's good.
Kurt, you've been around the game for a while. I mean, when she told you she's good, did you expect her to be this good tonight? I mean, her performance is probably one of the top in league history for someone coming off an injury like that.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought we were going to have to be creative getting her in and out. I thought that there would be maybe some plays that the physicality that you're used to, the tenacity that you're used to, we might get a bit of a shell of that, but she only knows one way to play. So even if she wanted to be smart, she only knows one way to play.
Thanks, Coach.
We'll go to Adam, followed by Alexa.
Coach, last game, Vegas had, I think, 52 points in the paint. I'm not sure what the number was tonight, but it was a lot lower than that. What was the difference for you guys?
Yeah, I think we reversed it. We had 52 points in the paint. They had 26. I think we doubled them in the paint. We made more foul shots than they attempted. We played with 5 turnovers, you guys. 5 turnovers in an entire game, in a high-pressure game. And, it was so encouraging that they didn't quit playing, because at one point late in the game, I think we were 5 of 36 outside the paint. 5 of 36 outside the paint. We didn't hang our heads. We went and played defense. We went and continued to rebound. And in a night where we didn't shoot it very well outside of the paint, this is what happens at this time of the year. Defense, rebounding can win you games, even when you don't shoot it very well. But we were really good in the paint. I think Adam, let me check real quick. Yeah, the stat says 52 points in the paint for us to their 26.
Alexa?
Hi, Kurt. I wanted to ask you about 2 non-AT players who came up really big for you guys down the stretch. Bree January, both with getting a little bit going on the offensive end, but obviously her defense, that big charge in the last 2 minutes. And then also Bree Jones having probably her best game of the series. How big were those games for them and helping kind of, like you said, carry the team over the finish line when a lot of things weren't working right?
Yeah, we put Bree Jones at the point guard to run some of the plays down the stretch, and she made good decisions and really just move the ball was really important for us. And what is really underrated is one of the plays, she audibled and called her own play, went away from a play that we had talked about running, audibled it, and we got a basket for Bree Jones, or we got a basket, I'm sorry, for Alyssa Thomas. That was all Bree January. That's the quarterback she is. That is how she thinks as a coach. She felt something, saw something that had worked previously, and we hadn't run it for a while, hadn't gone back to it. She went back to it, audible herself, and it was a huge play down the stretch. Bree Jones, again, a credit to her, at a little bit of a inconsistent start finishing, but we knew how important she was going to be around the rim, and she came up so big in big moments, offensive putbacks, high-low basketball, again, trying to play through the paint back at them.
We'll go to Rafiq, followed by Danny.
Hey, Coach. All three of the top performers managed to get a double-double. How important will that be for you as you try to finish off the Las Vegas Aces this Sunday?
Yeah, those three are so important for us. That's, how we have to play. We're kind of mirror images a little bit of each other. That, you watch that first game today, and Minnesota's making threes all over the place, and there's outside shooting, and then in our game, it's going to be through the paint, and it's just going to be a competitive war. So those three are really important to us.
Danny, and then Michelle will be the last for Kurt.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. Jumping back to Alyssa a bit, something that really struck me, especially down the stretch, was how willing she was to throw her body on the line, even coming off of that injury, drawing contact, driving into the paint. I was wondering, how was that for you as a coach? Was that nerve-wracking at all? And also, what does that bravery and that willingness to, as you say, she only knows how to play one way. So what does that bravery and aggressiveness mean to this team?
Yeah, we just feed off of her. We feed off her tenacity. We feed off the competitiveness. She was demanding that we played harder throughout the game. There was a stretch there early in the third quarter that we weren't playing with the tenacity and the energy that we needed, and she was challenging people. And so we just feed off that energy. In terms of the injury, Danny, like I've shared with the media numerous times, it's amazing how physical she is with those shoulders, but it's sometimes the really non-physical plays that have given her shoulder the biggest problems when it slips out. So we hold our breath at times, but again, AT's only going to know how to play with tenacity and physicality.
Thanks so much.
And Michelle will be the last.
Kurt, you've been coaching a long time, and I know we've sort of asked you about this a lot, but some players, do they just have sort of a superhuman pain tolerance? I mean, just beyond what even a normal great athlete has.
Michelle, I lost you.
I was saying, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Do some athletes just have sort of a superhuman pain tolerance beyond even what most elite athletes have?
Yeah, without question. And AT is one of those players. I feared that, and we prepared to play without her. But if there was one player that could come back from that dislocation and in her history of injuries with her shoulders, it was going to be her. And it just, there was a lot talked about in finals last year about another player and their toughness. And again, AT was battling at that time last year during this moment also. So she just continues to defy logic at times with her toughness and how much pain and how much she plays through.
Thank you.
All right, Kurt, you're all set. Thank you.